Hey guys, welcome to Her Faith Journey. My name is Jessica, and for today's video, we're going to be talking about modesty. So hey guys, if this is the first time you're clicking on my channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. I'm a new Christian, and I've been sharing my journey as I've been learning new things and just getting to know Christ and what he wants from my life. And one of those things is modesty. I feel like it was placed in my heart maybe even before I started walking with Christ and really trying to get to know him on a personal level. And yeah, I feel like this is one of the topics, or at least one of the topics on my channel that gets a lot of views and a lot of heat. And that is because I think we've been sort of blinded by what really is important. So we're gonna, or at least I'm gonna try to explain this as best as I can and why I feel like it's important. Why is modesty important? And yeah, so before we get started, I would like for you guys to hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and make sure you turn on your notifications. I still don't have a set schedule for this channel, so I really just upload, or at least try to upload once per week. But yeah, if you guys would like to subscribe and just keep up with the content, make sure you turn on your notifications so you guys can know when I upload. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. So it did become very clear as soon as I became Christian that God had put this in my heart, because I used to not carry myself very well. I used to work out a lot, so I felt like I had something to be proud of, something to show off, right? And that would sort of carry on into my personality and how I would just carry myself. So the way you dress does affect the way you act, the way you carry yourself. And I did find a really good article, you guys. Everything will be linked down below if you guys want to read the whole article, but I'm just going to point out the thing that stood out to me, which I didn't know it was actually a thing. The thing that I do want to share with you guys is called enclothed cognition. Check this out, you guys. It says, science says that the clothes we wear affect our behavior, attitudes, personality, mood, confidence, and even the way we interact with others. This is enclothed cognition. So there is science behind this, you guys, and I didn't know it was a thing, but I wanted to share it with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and link this Journal of Experimental Social Psychology if you guys care to see about the experiments. So yeah, I found that very interesting because I have talked about this in previous videos, but I did say that I felt like I started acting a little bit different when I started changing the way I dressed, changing what I was emphasizing. So yeah, before I used to care so much about how I was dressing because I was working out and I wanted to just show off all that hard work I had put into my body to look a certain way. You guys can see that in my main channel. I have a bunch of videos. That channel is over 6 years old. And if you guys care to check that out, you guys can go back to those old videos. So now that I've been convicted and I understand why, I think my emphasis is definitely to be more modest and more feminine, because I do feel like back before I knew Christ, I wore more like pants, more leggings, more like, I guess I wouldn't call it like feminine. I used to dress very sporty, very maybe edgy, sexy, like showing off my body, my curves, and it was obviously getting me attention, but for the wrong reasons. And yeah, you guys, there's a lot of good science behind this. Again, I will go ahead and link all the articles I found in my description box. So yeah, modesty isn't just how you dress, but it's also how you behave. And I think in order for us to kind of come full circle and understand what modesty is, we have to understand what it isn't. So let's see if Google does this. Hey Google. Okay. Okay. Hey Google, what is the opposite of modesty?
According to synonyms.com, modesty, antonyms: vanity, conceit, self-sufficiency, self-admiration, foppery, coxcombry, wantonness, shamelessness, effrontery. Synonyms: sobriety, diffidence, bashfulness, humility, pure-mindedness.
Okay, she did more than I asked, but that's one word I've never heard. Coxcombry. Coxcombry? Okay, so she went above and beyond, but okay, so antonyms: vanity, conceit, self-sufficiency, self-admiration, foppery, coxcombry. wantonness, shamelessness. Okay, and there's another one, effrontery. So those are all ways of being, right? Behaving. It doesn't really talk about dressing. Well, shamelessness maybe. Synonyms of modesty are sobriety, diffidence, bashfulness, humility, pure-mindedness. So you guys get it, right? The full picture. Modesty is not just the way we act, but it's also the way we dress, the way we carry ourselves, how we behave, what we're emphasizing, right? So God wants us to be modest, and there are 2 verses that I wanted to share with you guys today. 1 Timothy chapter 2 verses 9 and 10. I also want the women to dress modestly with decency and propriety, adorning themselves not with elaborate hairstyles or gold or pearls or expensive clothes, but with good deeds appropriate for women who profess to worship God. There's also 1 Peter chapter 3 verses 3 and 4. It says, your beauty should not come from outward adornments such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. Rather, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. These things were obviously important enough for it to be included in the Bible, so it should be important for us to know and to meditate on these things. So yeah, you guys, everyone's gonna have a different range on what they consider modest, but something that might help you when you're considering, is this modest enough, is ask yourself, is it gonna glorify God? I mean, that should be like the biggest question we ask ourselves when we're confused. Like, is it glorifying God? Should I do that? Should I wear this? Should I say anything at all? Is it going to glorify God? And if the answer is no, then there you go. But one important thing that I was forgetting to mention is that for me, this whole modesty journey has been just me and my relationship with God and my respect for God. The fact that He put this in my heart was important enough for me to respond, and obviously the fact that I've been trying to change my ways. It's all about my relationship and respect for Him, because I feel like there's a lot of people who have this idea of like, who cares what other people are wearing, or like, you know, you are not responsible to how men act. And I don't really think about that much. Like, my whole modesty journey hasn't been about other people, it's been about my relationship with God. So I hope I explained that well enough. I kind of jumped around from idea to idea, but I kind of wanted to make one whole video just talking about it all. And if you guys care for me to make another video just specifically focusing on one thing, I can do that for you. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. If you found it helpful, make sure you leave a thumbs up, and if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. I guess that's it. Stay blessed, you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.